So what are we going to cover in this course? Over the next 60 minutes or so, my aim is to help each one of you to feel confident about managing any anxiety or negative emotions that you may currently be experiencing. To learn how to keep your focus on what is most important to you, whether that's working in new and isolated circumstances or spending time with your kids. To have the best possible chance of getting a really good night's sleep so that you can approach each day and each challenge feeling refreshed and alert. To view being isolated or having to work from home as being an opportunity to develop as an individual. To feel confident about ways to stay connected to colleagues, friends and other contacts even when you're not actually able to be with them. And to see the benefit of doing a couple of simple but very effective practical techniques that will help you to regulate your mood and stop you from getting too stiff and achy if you're sitting down a lot at the moment. I call these 1-minute wonders, as they can change how you feel physically and emotionally in less than 60 seconds. I can't guarantee that every technique will work for every person. That's not how things are. But if some of you get a bit of help from all of the techniques and all of you get a bit of help from some of the techniques, then we're getting somewhere. The other thing I'd say is that we're in a unique and unprecedented situation at the moment, the like of which none of us has experienced before. Your emotional thermostat may be running very hot as a result. The strategies, techniques and suggestions I'll make in the next hour will definitely help, but they may not help as much as you'd like the very first time you do them. You're learning some new skills, you're applying some new ideas. The effects may be gradual and they may build over time with repeated application. Coping, thriving and succeeding are not by their very nature instantaneous processes. As with learning anything new, repetition and perseverance counts for a lot. Also, some of you will take to these techniques naturally and easily, and some of you will find them a bit harder to do. So please don't give up if the very first time you try something that I've suggested, you don't notice a big instant change. Stick with it though, and the benefits will make themselves apparent to you. But just briefly, I want to make you aware of a few important things relating to the course overall. Firstly, this is not COVID-19 advice. This is not about how to treat COVID-19 or how to isolate effectively or wash your hands properly. The place for all that kind of information is nhs.uk. 2, focus on the results, not the process. What I mean by that is up until last week, I had occasionally recorded a video to put onto LinkedIn or my website, but I hadn't put any of my courses online. Now, all of my live work has been postponed indefinitely, so I've been working flat out to produce the best, most helpful online course I can for you in a very short space of time. This means this is not a super slick bells and whistles corporate video. Many of us are having to work in different ways than we were just a short while ago. So please accept this training in the spirit in which it's made, which is to be as helpful as possible, as quickly as possible. And I'd ask you to look past the limits of my technical abilities in this area and focus on the overall aims of the course, which are all about helping you as much as possible. Thirdly, this is about doing things. What really makes the difference when it comes to managing our emotional state is doing stuff. So I'll be showing you easy but very effective practical techniques that require some physical involvement and movement on your behalf. Some people take to this easily, but others find themselves feeling self-conscious or embarrassed, even if there's nobody else around. What I'd say to that is, please trust me on this. You've got to get past that. You've got to get over yourself, engage and throw yourself into it. That's what produces change. Change of mood, change of emotions, change of outcomes, doing stuff, not just thinking about it. 4, you don't have to pass this course. The course is not about professional development, CPD. There won't be an assessment or a certificate at the end. This is a course designed to be used right now, to be watched as many times as you need right now in order to help you and help those around you to get through this situation. So don't worry about passing the course. This is just helping you through difficult times. 5, I take this situation incredibly seriously, as I do anything that affects people's emotional, physical, or mental health, but that doesn't mean that a little bit of humour isn't helpful. Anyone who's ever seen me speak live knows that my training courses and conference speeches are full of humour, as it helps to engage audiences with sensitive subjects. In a training room or a conference hall, there's a dynamic that exists between the speaker and the audience, and humour works because of that dynamic. Now though, I'm just speaking to a camera, and you're probably watching this on your own. Therefore, I've deliberately dialed down the humour, as I just don't think it works in the same way over this kind of medium. There are still elements of humour throughout the training, but my apologies in advance though if they miss the mark for you, or in some cases if you don't even notice them at all.